In this episode, you'll see how something that looked like a garage turned into a better place. When I decided to start, the nights were already getting cold. My door was just a piece of styrofoam, meant for house insulation. The first step, building the front structure so I could install a proper garage door. It was meant to be solid, made of wood, at least that was the plan. Before I bought a used garage door, I had already added some old balcony doors on the side. My cat wanted to help, or at least pretend to help. Then came the time to choose the color of the sheet metal. I didn't overthink it, I just went with what I liked. The metal sheets were ready, the roof membrane was already laid out, so it was time to move on. Before installing the garage door, I welded a metal threshold that I later filled with concrete in the front. With the door installed, I started impregnating the OSB panels for outdoor use. After insulating the roof, I moved on to the small extension next to the garage. On its tiny roof, I stretched some strings. They worked as a makeshift guide for laying mineral wool. It didn't look professional, but it worked just fine. I laid the wool on the ceiling, then on the walls, covered everything with foil, and started screwing in the cut OSB panels. The first snow had already fallen, and the garage was finally enclosed. When winter ended, I already had a plan for the next steps. Everything that was just a temporary winter fix got dismantled. I cut the USB boards with an electric saw, and for more precise areas, I used a jigsaw. Each time after fitting USB boards, I drilled holes for expansion and holes and mounted them with hammer. Many spots had to be prepared before mounting the panels. Metal rods were sticking out here and there, and I had to chip away old plaster and blocks with a hammer. Every new USB panel I mounted to the wall reduced the amount of dust and dirt inside the garage. I did all the wiring and lighting myself, as best as I could. Everything still works to this day, so I guess it turned out alright. During the work, I even managed to teach my niece a bit of counting. Czyli jak? 1,
1, 2, 3, 4,
tak,
5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
tak.
10.
I didn't expect there would be so much cutting involved. I wanted everything to look as even as possible, so it took more time than I planned. Time went by, there was less and less bare surface left, and I was already getting a bit tired of how much work there was to do. With no extra hands to help, I often had to get creative mounting larger parts. The first drone I ever bought didn't even have a camera and could only fly short distances. Soon I started installing the first cabinets, of course all reused ones. Doing it alone wasn't easy, you can see that here. After cabinets, I was ready to install the tool wall panels. It was so warm inside that one rat made himself a regular guest. Once I finished the right side of the garage, I moved on to the left. Here's how it looked before all the changes. Everything scattered around without order. And here's the result. The Honda VFR found its perfect winter spot. Later, my 3D printer was placed in the corner and enclosed. Finally, it was time to reinstall the stove, the same one that worked great the previous winter. This time I wanted it to be a bit more efficient and reflect some heat of the wall, so I bent a sheet of metal and mounted it behind the stove. After the first winter, the lower edges of the OSB panels started to delaminate a bit. Moisture. There is a river nearby. So I added another coat of preservative, painted everything with oil paint, and covered the bottom with transparent rubber spray. It was extra protection. It's been several years now, actually 7. The extension still holds up great and has survived many winters. These days my brother uses the garage, it belongs to him now. From the beginning I was only supposed to stay here for a while, leaving him space for car repairs. Let's take a look inside today. Some things have changed, but most of it remains the same as when I moved out. Plenty of car repairs have already been done here, and even though it's tight, it's more than enough to start with. My younger brother hasn't slowed down, which makes me really happy. Right now he's covering an old barn into something more serious, and this place will probably find a new purpose soon. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like and hit subscribe.